Every year, over 300,000 seniors are hospitalized due to fall-related injuries, and nearly 45% of these incidents are linked to improper footwear. This growing yet often overlooked issue is robbing older adults of their independence and mobility. The shoes that once felt comfortable and reliable in midlife can become dangerous in later years due to the natural changes our bodies undergo with age. Take Thomas, a 72-year-old retired teacher, as a real-life example. His life changed dramatically after slipping on a wet floor while wearing worn-out loafers. The resulting hip fracture left doctors doubting he would walk independently again. But Thomas's story didn't end there. With the right changes in footwear, he went from barely reaching his mailbox to hiking mountain trails with his grandchildren. So, what changed? Thomas began to understand how aging affects our feet. As we grow older, three major transformations occur. First, the fat pads that once cushioned each step start to thin out, leaving bones and nerves more exposed to impact. Second, nerve receptors that help with balance can decline by up to 30% after age 65, making it harder to stay stable. Third, joint sensitivity increases, meaning even slight foot misalignments can result in widespread pain. Despite these physical changes, many seniors continue to wear the same shoe styles they always have, unaware that their feet and their needs have changed. Thomas admitted he kept wearing the same shoes for years, not realizing the damage they were causing. It wasn't until he learned about the silent but significant role footwear plays in mobility and fall prevention that he began to make informed changes. This story is a wake-up call for seniors everywhere. Proper footwear is more than a matter of comfort, it's a key factor in preserving your ability to move safely and confidently as you age. Understanding the risks and making thoughtful adjustments can dramatically improve quality of life. In the following sections, the video explores the 8 most dangerous footwear choices for seniors and 3 life-changing solutions recommended by top podiatrists to reclaim strength, balance, and freedom in your golden years. Many seniors unknowingly make daily footwear choices that increase their risk of pain, injury, and long-term mobility loss. 2 of the most common offenders are high heels and flip-flops, both of which are far more damaging than they appear, even in their so-called sensible forms. Let's start with high heels. While stilettos are clearly problematic, even modest 2-inch heels can do significant harm. Just a slight elevation shifts your body weight forward, increasing pressure on the balls of your feet by up to 75%. This forces your toes into tight, unnatural positions and throws off the alignment of your knees, hips, and back. Over time, this misalignment contributes to chronic pain and structural foot issues like bunions and hammertoes. Take Janet, a 68-year-old former bank manager. She thought she was making smart choices by avoiding extreme heels at work. But after decades of wearing 2-inch pumps, her feet collapsed in retirement. Years of ignoring bunions led to a painful surgery that temporarily stole her independence, just as she and her husband Thomas planned to enjoy their golden years. Then there are flip-flops, which may seem like harmless summer staples. In reality, they offer zero support for aging feet. Flip-flops force your toes to constantly grip the sole to keep the shoe in place, altering your gait and creating muscle tension that travels up the legs. They also lack arch support and shock absorption, meaning every step sends harsh impact forces into your joints. Thomas learned this the hard way during a retirement trip to Florida. After walking long distances in flip-flops, he developed plantar fasciitis, a painful inflammation in the foot that took 6 months of physical therapy to heal. And the pain didn't just stay in his feet. As he walked differently to avoid discomfort, his knees, hips, and lower back began to suffer too. These stories reveal an important truth: footwear habits that once felt normal or harmless can become dangerous after age 60. The cushioning, stability, and support younger adults take for granted become essential for seniors. Whether it's giving up your favorite heels or switching from flip-flops to supportive sandals, these small changes can prevent years of pain and help maintain your independence. Footwear that appears fine on the outside may be silently contributing to serious health issues for seniors. Two especially overlooked risks are worn-out sneakers and backless slippers, common choices that can lead to joint pain, instability, and dangerous falls. Let's start with sneakers. Many seniors believe their athletic shoes are still in good shape if they look clean and intact. However, research shows that sneakers lose up to 40% of their shock absorption and support after just 6 months of regular use, long before visible wear appears. The midsole foam silently breaks down, exposing your joints to impact forces that can be several times your body weight with each step. This hidden danger is magnified by the frugal mindset many older adults inherited from earlier generations: use it up, wear it out. Combined with fixed incomes, this leads to seniors keeping shoes long past their functional lifespan. Thomas, for example, wore his favorite sneakers for over 3 years, unaware they were causing his increasing knee pain and reducing his activity levels. Once he finally replaced them, his knee pain disappeared within 2 weeks, saving him from the possibility of an expensive knee replacement. A simple test can help. Take your shoe and twist it from heel to toe. If it twists easily, the internal support has likely broken down even if the tread looks fine. Good walking shoes should bend only at the ball of the foot, not twist like a rag. Then there are backless slippers, which may seem cozy but are one of the most dangerous choices inside the home. These slippers cause your toes to constantly grip with each step to keep the shoe on, shortening your stride and creating muscle tension. This subtle shift can reduce ankle stability by up to 65% and significantly impair balance. Statistically, 38% of in-home falls among seniors involve inappropriate footwear, with backless slippers being the primary cause. These falls often happen during quick movements, answering the door, going upstairs when balance matters most. Despite their comfort, these slippers quietly increase fall risk with every step. Choosing house shoes with full backs and non-slip soles can dramatically improve safety. Recognizing and replacing these silent hazards is a critical step toward preserving mobility and independence in later life. Two more dangerous footwear choices often found in seniors' closets are shoes with smooth, worn-out soles and tight-fitting dress shoes. Though they might seem harmless or even stylish, these shoes can quietly lead to serious falls, pain, and long-term mobility loss. Let's begin with slippery soles. Over time, the traction on the bottom of shoes wears down, especially in dress shoes or loafers that prioritize style over function. This loss of grip is especially hazardous on smooth surfaces like kitchen tiles or wet bathroom floors. Even a small amount of moisture can turn an everyday step into a dangerous slip. Thomas had a close call wearing his favorite leather-soled loafers in the kitchen. A few drops of water from the counter caused him to slip and twist his back. At the time, he brushed it off as bad luck. But weeks later, a more serious fall resulted in a fractured hip, an injury that could have been prevented had the warning sign been taken seriously. A simple test can help. Put one foot on a tile or hardwood floor and gently try to slide it forward. If it moves easily, your shoes may be putting you at risk every day. Shoes should resist sliding, even on smooth surfaces, to provide proper stability. Now consider tight dress shoes, which pose a different but equally dangerous risk. As we age, our feet naturally widen due to stretched ligaments and decades of use. By age 70, most people's feet are about half a size wider than at age 40. Unfortunately, many seniors still wear the same size they've always worn, especially in formal shoes. Tight shoes don't just cause discomfort. They reduce circulation, increase the risk of nerve compression, and can trigger or worsen neuropathy. This numbness in the feet makes falls more likely and harder to prevent. Thomas experienced this firsthand at his grandson's wedding. After hours in his old dress shoes, he lost sensation in parts of his feet, leading to repeated stumbles over the following weeks. Foot width often changes without any change in length, so shoes might feel long enough, but still be dangerously narrow. It's essential to choose footwear that accommodates your current foot shape, not the one you had decades ago. Prioritizing fit over fashion can protect your health and stability. Two widespread habits among seniors that may seem harmless but actually pose serious risks are going barefoot at home and relying on a single pair of shoes for all activities. These habits can increase the chances of injury, pain, and mobility loss, even for those who feel relatively healthy. Let's start with the issue of going barefoot. Many seniors believe walking barefoot at home is more natural or comfortable. However, after the age of 60, this habit can be risky. Studies show that barefoot walking increases fall risk by up to 37% compared to wearing supportive house shoes. Bare feet lack cushioning and support, which forces the body's balance systems to work harder, especially on hard surfaces like tile or wood flooring. In addition to stability issues, walking barefoot on modern surfaces also sends stronger shockwaves into aging joints. This can aggravate conditions like arthritis or joint degeneration. For seniors with conditions such as diabetes, barefoot walking is especially dangerous. Thomas learned this when he stepped on a small object in the kitchen. Due to his diabetic neuropathy, he didn't feel the injury, which developed into a foot ulcer requiring 3 months of wound care. While barefoot walking may benefit younger people, seniors need consistent foot protection, something our ancestors didn't require because they walked on natural, forgiving surfaces like grass or soil. In today's homes, barefoot living can cause far more harm than good. The next common mistake is the one-pair-fits-all mentality. Many seniors believe that having one good pair of shoes is enough for every activity, from walking to gardening to attending formal events. But in reality, each activity places different demands on your feet. Daily errands, outdoor chores, and special occasions require different types of support, flexibility, and grip. Thomas made this mistake by using his favorite walking sneakers for everything, including gardening and church. This not only wore down his shoes prematurely but also reduced their effectiveness. Dirt from gardening impacted the grip during walks, and the lack of side support led to strain when kneeling. Experts now recommend a 3-zone system: supportive house shoes, everyday walking shoes, and activity-specific footwear. This approach provides better protection, comfort, and longevity for both your shoes and your mobility. Investing in multiple appropriate pairs can actually save money long-term by preventing falls and reducing medical costs. After exploring the 8 most dangerous footwear mistakes that many seniors make, it becomes clear that the right footwear is not just about comfort, it's about preserving independence, reducing the risk of falls, and improving quality of life. Thankfully, the video presents 3 life-changing solutions that help Thomas and thousands of others transform their daily experience with walking, balance, and pain. These strategies are simple yet deeply effective, and when implemented together, they can prevent years of suffering and restore confidence in every step. Professional shoe fitting: discovering the true shape of aging feet. The first solution might seem basic, but for most seniors, it's revolutionary: getting professionally fitted for shoes by a specialist trained in understanding the needs of aging feet. Studies reveal that over 80% of adults wear the wrong shoe size, particularly when it comes to width. As people age, the feet undergo several changes. Ligaments and tendons loosen, leading to the foot gradually spreading and becoming wider. The natural fat padding that once protected joints begins to thin, exposing bones and nerves to greater impact. And over time, foot arches can either collapse or become more rigid, altering the way someone walks. A proper shoe fitting for seniors goes far beyond simply using a metal measuring device. It should include measuring both feet while standing, as feet expand under body weight. Measuring width at multiple points, not just length. Evaluating arch height and flexibility. Performing a gait analysis to understand how pressure is distributed while walking. Thomas, for example, had worn the same shoe size for decades, never realizing that his feet had changed. When he finally visited a specialty footwear store, he discovered that he had been wearing shoes a full size too narrow. After switching to the correct width, he experienced immediate relief. His feet felt less cramped, and his balance improved. For seniors, this small step can yield massive results. Many shoe stores may claim to measure feet, but few offer trained staff with expertise in geriatric foot health. It's important to seek out stores that specialize in orthopedic or comfort footwear. Ask questions like, how does my arch height affect the kind of support I need? Where is the most pressure when I walk? What features should I prioritize based on my gait? The right answers could mean the difference between continued pain and restored mobility. The 3-zone system, right shoes for the right activities. The second major solution is what podiatrists call the 3-zone footwear system, a strategy that divides your shoe needs into 3 key areas based on environment and activity. Most seniors rely on one pair of good shoes for everything from walking and gardening to errands and events. But this all-purpose approach often results in shoes wearing out too quickly or not providing the necessary support for specific tasks. The 3-zone system includes Zone 1, home footwear. These are your indoor shoes, meant to be worn around the house from the moment you get out of bed. The ideal home shoe should have a closed back for heel support and stability. Feature non-slip rubber soles to prevent slipping on tile or hardwood. Be easy to put on and remove without sacrificing fit and security. Thomas found that wearing supportive indoor shoes eliminated his morning foot stiffness and greatly improved his balance during daily household tasks. Zone 2, everyday support shoes. These are your go-to shoes for errands, casual walks, and general daily activities. A quality everyday shoe for seniors should have proper arch support tailored to your foot type. Adequate cushioning, proportional to your weight and gait pattern. Stability features, such as a wide base and secure closures, laces or Velcro. Once Thomas was properly fitted and began using supportive everyday shoes, his chronic knee pain which had limited his mobility vanished within weeks. Zone 3, activity-specific footwear. These are specialized shoes designed for particular activities. Walking shoes need flexible soles at the forefoot and cushioning in the heel. Gardening shoes require ankle support and rugged soles for uneven terrain. Dress shoes can still be supportive. Many modern designs hide comfort features inside elegant styles. Thomas admitted he used to wear his walking sneakers for everything. But once he shifted to this zone-based system, his shoes lasted longer, his pain reduced, and his overall mobility improved. He budgeted wisely, investing more in the shoes he wore most and finding sales or affordable options for specialty pairs. In the long run, it cost less than what he used to spend on pain medications. Custom orthotics and strategic adjustments, personalized comfort and support. The third and most impactful solution is the use of custom orthotics and shoe modifications. Unlike over-the-counter insoles that simply add softness, orthotics correct biomechanical problems: how you walk, how your weight is distributed, and how your joints absorb impact. Think of it this way: cheap insoles are like drugstore reading glasses, while orthotics are prescription lenses made specifically for your needs. That doesn't mean they have to be expensive. While some fully custom orthotics can cost over $400, there are affordable heat-moldable inserts available for under $40. These semi-custom options are heated in the oven and molded to the shape of your feet when you stand on them. They deliver about 70 to 80% of the benefit of full orthotics at a fraction of the cost. For those with medical conditions like severe diabetic neuropathy or foot deformities, Medicare may cover orthotics if prescribed for fall prevention. When visiting your doctor, use the phrase "therapeutic orthotics for fall prevention" to help qualify for coverage. In addition to inserts, small adjustments can dramatically improve footwear. Gel insoles can reduce joint impact by up to 40%. Strategic padding can relieve pressure from specific areas. Professional stretching services can widen tight areas for better comfort. Thomas now applies these techniques to every pair he owns, transforming ordinary shoes into custom-fit tools for safe, pain-free walking. It's like having custom shoes without the cost, he explained. Within 6 months of applying these 3 solutions: professional fitting, the 3-zone system, and orthotic adjustments, Thomas saw an incredible transformation. He went from taking pain medication daily and fearing every step, to walking over 5,000 steps a day, completely pain-free. His balance test scores improved by 38%, and he hasn't had a single fall since. Beyond the physical benefits, the emotional rewards were just as powerful. He recently took his grandchildren hiking on a trail, a simple joy he once thought was forever out of reach. His grandson asked, "Why didn't you do this before, Grandpa?" And for the first time in years, Thomas had an answer rooted in hope instead of fear.